Alright. I'm tired. I'm running low on ideas. And I don't know what else to do. So, I'm going to talk about my ideas for a koi pond that I want to build at whatever house I eventually get. The exact dimensions will change based off of whatever size yard I can get. But I'm wanting a probably 4 foot by 3 foot through the lengths, using a natural clay liner that's mixing in clay with the dirt so that it retains water, as opposed to using something like a pond liner. Why is my car having so much trouble with that hill? To help retain, I don't want to use a plastic liner. So I was planning on using a clay or I think it's bromine. This is another fairly natural way of ensuring that water doesn't just sink through the ground. I wanted it to be between 2 and 5 feet deep. Different areas have different regulations on how deep and wide anything like that can be. A lot of these numbers will probably change depending on the yard, but I don't particularly want like a small one. For the water aeration part of it, that's necessary to have anything other than just water there. I was going to use a small pump to build an artificial waterfall off to one side. I'm still trying to decide if I want it to be a little bricked off area with a pond inside of it that slowly fills up and then overflows, which would take up a lot of the pond area, but would create like an actual waterfall springing from a little pond into a lower down pond, which would then be pumped back into the other pond. Or if it would just be a solid rocky tower where the hosing just comes up and it lightly sprays down the side. The advantages of the purely rocky tower is it's easy to set up. It looks fairly good, and that kind is a lot easier to find online, and you don't have to worry about filling a basin. The advantage to a secondary slightly higher pond is it's a more natural feel and look. I can control the size of the waterfall a little easier. I can even control the path of the waterfall a little easier by changing up how the bricks are laid that it's coming out from. I'm using bricks as a generic placeholder right now. But that's also a lot more water, and it leaves less space for the larger actual pond that I want. because I would want koi or some other kind of like good pond fish, and a lot of plant life. And I know I could just go with the traditional and just like put a bubbler in there, but I don't know, that never feels as good to me as a more solid mixing style, because you want to mix air with your water, because fish, despite living entirely underwater, still breathe air. They just breathe it through the water. And the plants that grow still need CO2 to convert to oxygen. I'm amazed there's still snow, considering it's the Sunday after everything snowed, and it stopped snowing like Thursday midday. But then it hasn't gotten above like fucking 50 degrees until today. So now we're in the shadow. It makes sense that it's still cold. Yeah. There are my pond ideas. Thank you for listening. If anyone's even been listening.